right, so I am in Luke chapter 14, and I'm starting in verse 25. This talks about the cost of being a disciple of Jesus. And it's just really interesting the way he words it. So I'm going to actually read it for you, and then I'll just tell you a little bit what I'm thinking. But it says, a large crowd was following Jesus. He turned around and said to them, if you want to be my disciple, you must by comparison hate everyone else. Your father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even your own life. Otherwise, you cannot be my disciple. And if you do not carry your own cross and follow me, you cannot be my disciple. This is where it gets even more interesting. But don't begin until you count the cost. For who would begin construction on a building without first calculating the cost to see if there is enough money to finish it? Otherwise, you might complete only the foundation before running out of money, and then everyone would laugh at you. They would say, there's the person who started the building and couldn't afford to finish it. And so, I don't know about you guys, but when I read this, it weighed on me heavy because I don't think enough of us counted the cost of following Jesus before we got into this thing. And I think the church and the world has built up this kind of, we got to win souls, and we got to do this, and we got to do this. And we're not telling people to count the cost of what it takes to follow him. I think this weighed on me so heavy because I feel like I've been a wanderer for like the past 10 years. And I'm finally just starting to, as I'm reading the Bible finally for the first time myself all the way through, and I'm seeing what he's saying, and I'm like, man, this thing is so real. And then even right after I read this and I finally get over to Acts, and I see Stephen. I don't know if you guys have read Acts, but Stephen is like the first martyr, and the way they did him, and then like it costed him everything. This thing cost everything. And that reality just feels so real to me right now. And it's both scary and beautiful, but I know that there's nothing, it's like I'm dead anyway. So like it might cost me my life, but even if I don't, I'm still dead. So what's the difference? And so even still, with that being said, I think the point of me pointing this out is that I think as people who claim to follow Jesus, I think we need to look inwardly for a second and ask ourselves, when did we count the cost of following him? And if we haven't, I think we need to do that.